Let's consider Proverbs. A proverb is a short, well-known saying containing a wise thought. The book of Proverbs, found in the Old Testament, is a collection of wise sayings from King Solomon, King David's son. Proverbs reminds us that we gain wisdom when we choose to follow God's ways. 2 weeks ago, we learned about Jeremiah being called to action by God at the age of 17. And as America continues to learn more about the life and the legacy of Congressman John Lewis, we see all around us the need for wisdom in our everyday lives. John Lewis spoke at the famous March on Washington at the age of 23. What wisdom and courage that must have taken. It was John Lewis who said, "Courage is a reflection of the heart. Courage makes us march on, despite fear, toward the roads of justice and fairness." I think having wisdom helps us make good choices and to do what is right. The life of John Lewis reminds me a lot of my father's life. Both men born in the same year, 1940, both participants in lunch counter sit-ins. My father in late 1959 in Hampton, Virginia, in protest marches as early as 1962 or 63. Both men having taught many lessons of civil disobedience, or as John Lewis said, good trouble, to the next generation. Both are men of strong faith, both men living an entire public life of service to their own communities through education and by working for the federal government, which Dad did for 32 years. Dad also served as the first black chairman of the Prince William County School Board in Prince William County, Virginia from 1989 to 1991. Both of these heroes have shown to imitate Jesus Christ through loving all of God's children. Though my father never rose to the level of congressman, he continues to impart valuable words of wisdom to me and to help shape the man I am today on a regular basis by sharing his perspective on life as well as his wisdom. Some define wisdom as the qualities of having experienced a lot, the knowledge we gain from those experiences, and the principles that develop inside of us as we grow. In today's scripture lesson from Proverbs, we are gifted lessons of wisdom, words that offer encouragement and warning all the same. Many cultures around the world have their own familiar sounding proverbs, such as, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. If you lay with the dogs, you're bound to get fleas." Here are a few highlights of the wisdom Solomon shares with us in Proverbs chapter 3, verses 1 through 12. "Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all of your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your path straight." The book of Proverbs reminds us to trust God, or as some folks around these parts might say, just trust God, bro, or God's got it, or give it to God. Let's continue the rest of today's sermon.